welcome to HappinessSparkles. My name is Frances, and welcome if you are a new subscriber. Welcome, and I hope you'll like and subscribe. If you love fragrances, if you love skincare, makeup, handbags, clothes, I pretty much do a little bit of everything, but lately it's been more focused on the fragrance community. It's something I've loved my whole life, and last year when the pandemic kind of broke out and we couldn't get out to shop, I started watching fragrance videos and kind of became a little bit curious about all these blind buys people were doing, and so I went ahead and jumped right in like I do. I jump in head first into a passion, and certainly fragrances are a passion for me and have been for some time. And so I was tagged by the lovely Joss Jane to do this fragrance tag, and it's called my fragrance addiction tag. So I was really honored that she tagged me. And although I follow a lot of lovely ladies in the fragrance community, I don't consider myself even close to being an expert. I don't always notice notes in a fragrance, but I am learning, and I have learned so much in the past year. I can't even tell you. I can now smell a fragrance and pick out notes where I couldn't before. So I have been teaching myself. I'm getting a little bit better. But yeah, I was kind of honored that she included me in her group of very talented ladies. I think just about everyone is tagged in this, so I'm actually not going to tag anyone because I think they're all tagged to do this video. But I will just throw it out there and say, if you haven't been tagged, you are now. So I want to see all these tags. And I also wanted to let you all know that this tag was actually created by the lovely Emmy from Emmy's World of Fragrances, and I'm going to link her video down below. She created this all by herself. She came up with these questions by herself, and I hope this gets all the way around the YouTube world, and please go and check her out if you are not already subscribed to Emmy. She is also I consider a dear friend here on YouTube, and I have actually met her in real life. I met her husband and her beautiful little daughter, who is loving her Nora Knits hat. And if I can find a picture, I will insert it in here somewhere. She adores her hat. So yeah, my fellow Canadian, I just adore you. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video, and I'm going to put my glasses on, and yeah, if you're interested in finding out my answers to these questions. So first question is, why do you use fragrances? Is it for mood booster, habit, compliments, or any other reason? I use fragrances for myself. It's nice if someone else likes it. My husband likes everything I wear. He is not particular about a certain fragrance on me. He really, every time I spray the fragrance of the day, I'll say, what do you think of that? And he'll say, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's lovely. So I wear fragrances for me, and it's nice to have the odd one compliment you as well. And so moving on to number 2, how much and where do you apply perfume? I'm a big oversprayer for the majority of my fragrances. There's a few that I only would maybe do a spray here, and that's it. I don't even put them up here because they're so strong. But the majority of my fragrances, I would spray at least 15 sprays. So I would spray here. I'm keeping away from this area now because Joss Jane told me that it gives you wrinkles, so I don't do that anymore. Thank you, Joss. And then I would spray here, around this area, my legs. I'll often spray on my arm here, or on my hand, on my shoulders, Yeah, at least 15 sprays. That's number 2. Number 3 is how many perfumes do you use per day? I would typically use 2 fragrances per day. If it's one that doesn't last maybe more than 4 or 6 hours, I will apply that one in the morning and then again in the afternoon. And then going to bed at night, I will completely change and wear something a little bit more soft and fluffy and soft, and maybe vanilla, or like a like a nice creamy caramel or something like that, like something like Fancy by Jessica Simpson. Number 4, do you enjoy other perfumed products? Yes, I do. I do not burn candles. I stopped burning candles probably about 10 years ago. I know you can buy non-toxic candles, but most of them do not burn clean. They tend to send smoke up into the room, and I don't like that. So what I do is I buy the little tablets at Bath & Body, and I melt those into a little melter that you plug into the wall. So it's much cleaner, and it's just putting the perfume into the air. So I have those all over the place. I have them, one in the living room, and then I have little plug-ins in bathrooms. I use the little wallflower plug-ins. So yeah, I have fragrance everywhere in my house. So if you're allergic to fragrance, it's probably not a good idea to come to my house. Just saying. And number 5 is what fragrance in your collection best represents your current taste and aesthetics. And this has changed in the past year. If you had told me a year ago that I would be loving a fresh green rose, I would have said you're crazy. But right now my obsession is Penhaligon's Elizabethan Rose. I'm absolutely addicted to that right now. So I know it's the winter, and I do tend to lean a little bit more to the gourmands in the winter, but I am really enjoying rose right now, but mostly a fresh cut rose with the stems and the leaves with a little bit of sweetness in there, and Elizabethan rose just fits me to a T. Number 6 is fragrance that you love but don't wear often, and why? I'm not wearing off. It's a fairly new fragrance, but I don't seem to be able to wear it very often, and it is Lalique by the House of Lalique, and it's extremely heady, a strong, powerful fragrance that lasts and lasts and lasts. Even if I only spray 2 on each arm, I can smell it, and it seems to become more intensified as the day goes on, and it can be quite headache inducing. If you were to spray more than that, then I would be just, the first time I sprayed it, it gave me headache, but I love it. I love it. It's very jasmine, beautiful fragrance, but it's not one that I think I'm going to be able to reach for very often, but I could open the cap and have a good sniff at it every once in a while. So do you divide fragrances by masculine, feminine, seasonal, based, or any other categories? I do divide fragrances between masculine and feminine. My husband doesn't mind. He will wear, whether it's feminine or masculine. If he likes the smell of it, he'll wear it. I don't wear any male or I don't wear any male fragrances. I find they lean too masculine for me, so I'm very much a powdery, floral, sweet, white florals, jasmine-y, really over-the-top floral fragrances. So I don't find that I lean terribly close to male fragrances. And seasons, yes, I do. If they're really gourmand, then I will only wear those in the winter time. But I could absolutely pick up a summer fragrance and wear it in the winter. But I won't necessarily pick up a winter fragrance and wear it in the summer because it's just too cloying and too strong. So, so that hopefully would answer that question. How do you typically purchase fragrances? Sampling based on reviews, blind buys, trying to sample in a store. Well, we can't obviously sample in a store right now, but I would do all of the other, typically I would purchase online. I've done a lot of blind buying and I'm going to cut down on that. I did say I wasn't going to do it anymore, and then I went and totally blind bought a fragrance the other day, which is on its way here. Hopefully it's here today or tomorrow. So yeah, never say never. I did it again, but I won't be doing it as often as I did last year. I probably blind bought at least 20 bottles of perfume, and probably 90% of them were successful because I did do the research. I like to sample, and now that I've gotten into this fragrance community, I'm meeting more people and they're sending me samples. I'm sending samples out to them, and it's just a really nice little close-knit community where we're really making great friends, and you know, it's just, you know, doing collabs together and doing these tag videos, and it's just been fun. It's been something to really uplift you and make you feel good, and you know, just keep you busy during these crazy times. So the next question is, that was number 8. Number 9 is, what fragrance from your collection was not love at first sniff and took you some time to love? Okay, well, I'm going to show you what it is. And it is from the House of Lalique. It is Lalique Solell. And I did an unboxing on this, so I will link it down below. And I sprayed it and I thought, yeah, it's okay, but it got a lot of hype. I love that jingling. I love that. That's, yeah, I almost lost it there. Yeah, I love that. Look at that. Look at that bottle. I mean, it's just a stunning bottle. And, you know, when I first sprayed it, look at that sprayer. It's a beautiful sprayer. I sprayed it and I thought, it's okay. You know, this bottle's amazing. Nice heavy cap. Clicks on nicely. And I wasn't overly excited about it. You know, I thought, yeah, it's okay, it's nice, it's floral, it's blah, 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 you know, whatever. But then I wore it, and it's typically more of a summer fragrance, but you wear whatever you want, whenever you want. And if I feel like, if I'm in the mood to wear a summer fragrance, I'm going to rock that baby. Just saying. So, and look, I've actually used quite a bit of it. So, so I'm in love with it now, and I love the bottle as well. So, this is my baby. I love her. So, moving on to number 10. How do you handle fragrance fails or disappointments? I just get rid of them. A couple of them I've sold. Most of them I give away. Yeah, I just give them away. Sometimes I decant them. If I know I'm not going to use them a lot, I'll decant them and send them out to people who want to try them. But yeah, I don't keep them. I don't, you know, I don't try to use them up or anything. If I don't like something, then it's out. Number 11, excuse me, fragrance on your wish list that you are not able to purchase and why. Okay, so I have 2. Of course I have 2. Of course, you know, the question says 1, but I have to have 2. And I would have to say that I'm just interested in this. I've never smelt anything from this house. I don't know anything about it other than what I've seen on YouTube. I've never, you know, I've never had a sample, but it's hundreds and hundreds of US dollars. And of course, it's none other than House of Sillage, the little cupcakes. And I just, you know, I'm just interested, you know, I'd have to smell it first, but yeah, that's definitely one that I would not be able to purchase. I probably don't want to purchase it because it is pricey, and you know, but then again, never say never, right? And the other one is a discontinued one, and it is called Marc Jacobs Violet, and I haven't smelt it either. But I hear people talk about it all the time, and I love violet. So, and it was made in 2012, and it's been recently, well, maybe a couple of years, discontinued. I almost got one on eBay, but I'm kind of glad now I didn't purchase it because I'm not sure if it was real or not. Well, it might have been, but it was It was on sale for $50. Now I see them and they're at least 100 and more. And I'm not paying that for Marc Jacobs fragrance that I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I'm not going to pay $100. I would have paid 50. So those are two. So the last question is number 12. What percentage of your collection is niche, designer, and celebrity? Well, that's really easy for me to do, as I only own 28 fragrances, and then I have lots of little tiny bottles. I don't add them up, or samples, or decants. I don't add those in. So five of them are celebrity, 22 are designer, and one, which is on its way, is niche, and that's Penhaligon's Elizabethan Rose, and it's on its way from the slow boat from England. So it's, you know, that's just the way it is. I mail hats over there all the time. It usually takes 2 or 3 weeks for things to arrive from overseas. So yeah, so that was 12. I hope you enjoyed this. I so enjoyed making this video. It was so much fun. And as I say, I pretty much tag anybody who hasn't done it yet. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it.